Just 2 months after our wedding, everything between Sarah and me felt new and exciting. We were still learning about each other, her little quirks, my bad habits, but overall, things seemed smooth. I genuinely believed I had married the woman who would stand by me through anything. We had plans, dreams, and promises that filled our late-night talks. So when my phone rang one Friday evening, and my best friend Mark's voice came through, what he said froze my world for a few seconds. "Bro," he said quietly, "your wife is at the club." At first, I laughed it off, thinking he must have mistaken someone else for her. Sarah had told me she was spending the evening with her cousin, planning a surprise for our upcoming anniversary. I even remembered her kissing me on the cheek before leaving. But Mark sounded serious, almost worried. "I'm not trying to cause problems," he added, "but I just thought you should know." The doubt that entered my chest at that moment was something I couldn't shake. I decided to go see for myself, not because I didn't trust her, but because something about Mark's tone wouldn't let me rest. I drove to the club he mentioned, my heart pounding faster with every turn. It wasn't the kind of place Sarah usually went. The parking lot was filled with loud laughter, bright lights, and music thumping through the walls. Inside, it took me a moment to adjust to the dim lighting and the crowd. Then I saw her, at the bar, laughing with two guys I didn't recognize. Her phone was in her hand, but when she saw me, her smile faded instantly. For a moment, neither of us spoke. The music drowned out everything else. Her expression shifted from surprise to guilt, and I felt the ground slip under me. I didn't make a scene. I just walked over and said, "I thought you were with your cousin." The words were calm, but my chest burned. She stumbled over her reply, saying her cousin had cancelled last minute and her friends had invited her out. It might have sounded believable to someone else, but the unease in her voice told me otherwise. One of the guys tried to speak up, saying they were just co-workers celebrating a project. I didn't even respond. I turned to Sarah and said, "Let's go home." Her face turned pale. On the drive back, silence filled the car. She kept trying to explain, but my thoughts were too loud to hear her clearly. Every sentence she spoke felt like it came with a hidden meaning. When we got home, I didn't shout or accuse her of anything. Instead, I sat down and said, "I want you to tell me everything honestly." She hesitated for a long time before admitting that one of the men at the club had been her ex-colleague, someone she used to have feelings for before we met. They had reconnected on social media and decided to catch up. Hearing that shattered something inside me. I asked her why she hadn't told me. She said she didn't want me to misunderstand, that it was just a friendly meeting. But going to a club with someone you once cared for, and lying about it, didn't sound innocent to me. I didn't accuse her of cheating, but I told her plainly that what she did was betrayal, not in action, but in trust. That night, she cried and apologized, saying she had realized how wrong she'd been the moment she saw me. I wanted to believe her. I really did. But trust, once broken, doesn't rebuild in a night. I slept on the couch while she stayed in the bedroom, both of us awake until dawn, thinking about what we'd lost in just a few hours. In the following days, Sarah tried to make things right. She deleted her social media accounts, cut contact with the man, and kept checking in with me to prove her sincerity. But I wasn't ready to forgive so easily. I needed time, and she needed to understand that love isn't just about feelings, it's about respect. Weeks passed before we started talking normally again. Slowly, she began earning back pieces of my trust. She started being more open, sharing her plans, showing me her phone whenever I felt uneasy. It wasn't about control, it was about rebuilding what she had cracked. Looking back, I realized that betrayal doesn't always come with loud arguments or clear evidence. Sometimes, it comes quietly, through lies that seem harmless or choices that seem small. Sarah's mistake taught both of us that honesty is the foundation of marriage. Without it, everything else collapses. Today, we're still together, but not the same people we were 2 months into marriage. There's more understanding now, more communication. The pain of that night never fully disappeared, but it changed us. It reminded me that love, real love, survives only when both people are brave enough to face their flaws, and honest enough to fix them.